Hello, everyone. This is Howard Fox, host of the Mind, Body, and Soul series on the Success Insight podcast. This series celebrates the journeys and stories of health and wellness advocates and professionals committed to helping clients and patients realize their physical, emotional, spiritual courage and well-being. Sheila Kinsey is our return guest today. We've had her on a couple times for the Mind, Body, and Soul series, and we just love having her here to chat about something she's very passionate about, which is essential oils. Now, Sheila is a doTERRA wellness advocate and an essential oil educator. Her business is Live and Learn Oils, and her community teaches classes and helps educate and support people on their wellness journeys. Sheila, it's a pleasure to have you back on the podcast. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be back as always.
All right. I love it. Now, I do notice today there's actually blinking lights on the Christmas tree.
Yes. I love the nostalgia of the bubble lights. So I don't know if you can see, but we have like the good old fashioned on my grandma's tree bubble lights going. So we love that. Actually, our tree, a fun little fact is our tree, all the ornaments that's our souvenir. Everywhere we travel to, I pick up an ornament from. So it's always fun to open them up and kind of reminisce, remember that trip. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that kind of story that resonates with a lot of people that I've come across. And I think even my own sister, when she and her family would travel, they would always pick up an ornament or two. So that is wonderful. And we published last week's episode. I went live today. We're getting some good traction, just introducing or reintroducing essential oils to our listeners and really kind of focusing on the holidays. And I know with the holidays coming up, we've got a couple of them. Obviously, Christmas, there's Hanukkah coming up, which I do need to check the date of Hanukkah. But I know today we're going to talk a little bit about the essential oils that are a part of the Christmas tradition. And so share a little bit more about what that's going to look like for our listeners.
Yeah, today we're really going to cover frankincense. It is the king of oils, one that every single person needs to have. It's my, if I were stranded on a deserted island, oil and could only have one forever, it would be frankincense.
Really?
Oh yes, it is absolutely incredible. Solutions, health benefits from head to toe. And then getting into the historical, biblical, ancient times aspect is amazing.
Okay. Now, frankincense, you said the king of essential oils, but even more so than, say, on guard? But on guard's a mixture. Okay.
Yes. Frankincense is so versatile, and the things that it can do for our body and the healing properties are amazing, things that I can't actually say on here, but it works on a cellular level within our bodies. Inflammatory response, respiratory, you name it, frankincense is, when in doubt, get your frankincense out.
Okay. Now, first thing I'm curious about, because I literally, in all honesty, I can't remember if I have smelled frankincense. So what will it remind me of?
That is a great question.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, it's very unique. It's a very unique aroma. It's not a floral. It's not a citrus. It's not an herbal. It's just very earthy and nostalgic. Maybe that's my word today, is nostalgia. Just fair. Yeah, and it has a unique taste. doTERRA frankincense we can take internally. It's actually recommended, just 2 drops under the tongue every day.
Oh, wow.
And the taste is a lot more intense than the aroma, but you just rinse it down with water and you're good. Get the health benefits internal.
And this is something that's a part of your daily routine, especially this time of the year?
Absolutely. And I actually have it in my medicine cabinet because it's a big part of my skincare routine. So when I'm doing that, I do my drops under my tongue. Morning and night, I'm doing it in my skincare routine. I actually have one behind the tree here is my diffuser and a fabulous little oil holder that says that there is oil in the house of the wise. So we take that from our biblical classes and have frankincense sitting right in there that I diffuse all the time. We have multiple bottles. And this month we get to get one for free. So I will have an extra bottle on hand.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Now, when individuals or your customers are first exploring essential oils, is frankincense one of those oils that you would introduce them to as a part of, like, say, your top 10?
Absolutely. Frankincense is right in there with the top 10. Use it for everything. Great for
Mhm.
skin, like I mentioned. It's great for the immune support. I mean, and it's also an enhancing oil. So anything that
Mhm.
it's used with, it makes that oil or blend even stronger, I guess, even gives
Okay.
it a little extra something.
Oh,
Yes, I absolutely. It's in the top 10. Recommend to everyone. And it's just, if you had to pick one, I mean, that's a great one to really just start learning about. The benefits of it in our body is incredible.
okay. So we can consume it sublingual. We can have it on our skin, and we could uh, enjoy it as
We can
a
put it
part
on
of
our
a
body
diffuser.
topically.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. It's great for this cell and skin renewal,
Hmm.
um, healthy stress response. Like it's great for the brain and the body. So the
Okay.
emotions, it's really high in sesquiterpenes, which is
Okay.
able to basically, it's just be happy, right? It helps
Okay.
influence our mood and helps
Okay.
balance those emotions out.
Okay.
Great for discomfort, aches, joints, pains, healthy
I
inflammation.
I may
Amazing.
have to explore some frankincense. I am very curious because you said it enhances other oils. Cinnamon is like I love cinnamon. I just can't, that and peppermint I can never get enough of. But so with this time of the year, is there anything unique about the use of frankincense that really kind of accentuates the holiday spirit that you can share with us?
Yeah, definitely. Frankincense is such a good one. This time of year, we talk about it because we talk about the gifts, right? We talk
Right.
about the birth of Jesus, and he was
Right.
given gold, frankincense, and myrrh as his
Okay.
gifts. So we really, oh, I've heard of frankincense before. Oh, I've heard of myrrh. Well, we actually have those oils. So it's just
Okay.
kind of a good time to really talk about them because myrrh is one that's not used very often. Frankincense is used all the time. Myrrh is
Yeah.
another super powerful one that's
Okay.
not used nearly as often. It's a very thick resinous oil.
Okay.
It has a way different aroma and taste. It's in ancient times, actually, that being a gift for a child was really
Mm.
odd because it
Okay.
would have been used for embalming the dead. So,
Oh boy.
like symbolically, it could have been maybe like a gift for Mary kind of thing for healing. But yeah, it's just when we talk about those gifts in biblical ancient times, frankincense was more coveted than gold. It was
Okay.
more important than gold even, and
Okay.
spices and everything that we learn about with that.
Excellent. Now, I am curious, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but if I was in the business with doTERRA and they were looking for a supplier for frankincense, where would they be going to find it?
So we get our doTERRA frankincense we get from Somalia,
Okay.
and it is actually a strain of 4 different of the boswellic acids that they harvest, basically. Like, even the harvesting of frankincense is insane. A tree
Hmm.
needs to be, like, 40 years old before they'll even start harvesting it,
Hmm.
and they score the tree and get a real, almost weak strain of frankincense,
Hmm.
and then we'll score it again and score it. Like, it is a super time-consuming, super very careful. Anyway, it makes frankincense tears. It's almost like a sap that hardens into shape of a tear. And then
Okay.
that's what they take. And then it gets uh, pulverized, I guess. It gets smashed into like a
Okay.
powder kind of thing. And then it's steam
Okay.
distilled. But
Okay.
those frankincense trees, I mean, that is what is passed down generation to generation within families. So
Okay.
when we talk about doTERRA and the other side of the bottle, we leave places better than we found them, I guess. Like they literally built an entire hospital over there because that's where we get our frankincense from. And having good, healthy babies and delivering babies able to do that was a hardship that they had. It was a need that they had there. And they have
Okay.
already, I think they're up to 1,000 live birth babies, healthy,
Okay.
able to do that because doTERRA was able to build that hospital. So, I mean,
Okay.
they built hospitals, schools, running water, teach about hygiene. I mean, the
Hmm.
other side of the bottle of things is absolutely incredible. And frankincense on all levels is just amazing. The harvesting
Okay.
of it, is intense and even prophetic. In our Oils of the Bible class, we learn about that and relate that to Jesus.
Okay.
And that's fascinating. But
Okay.
yeah. Sorry, there was
Excellent.
my tangent. I love frankincense, if you can't
Well,
tell.
I'm really intrigued. I think I'm going to have to visit one of your classes so I can smell it. And now I'm curious with the scoring of the tree, the tree is continuing to live. It's not like you're harvesting the tree and repurposing it. The tree is still living. You're going to score it next year or some other period of time to give it a chance to heal and grow stronger again.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There is everything is sustainably sourced. It's working with the farmers of these
Okay.
plants and trees. And a lot of places you can go on sourcing trips, even with doTERRA, and
Oh,
actually
really?
in person how the plants are sourced. You plant trees. The big
Okay.
fire in Hawaii, doTERRA
Right.
went over and planted a ton of the iliahi, that is our Hawaiian sandalwood, and
Okay.
everything. When we talk about the plants and getting into the science of things is just fascinating, the way that
Okay.
it all goes
Okay.
together. But yes, definitely taking care of the land and the farmers and the keepers of the land.
Okay. Now the myrrh, where is that cultivated from?
That is a great question. I am not nearly as knowledgeable on
Okay.
myrrh as I am or try to be with frankincense.
Okay.
Myrrh is one that is on my list that I need to continue learning more about and
Okay.
use as often as I do frankincense.
All right. All right.
If I had
Fair
my
enough.
class up right now, I'd be able to
Okay.
see the notes and give you all that info.
No worries. Well, I'll tell you what. So my ask for you is when we create the show notes for next week, we'll have a nice photo of the frankincense bottle and perhaps a frankincense tree and also the myrrh bottle and perhaps is myrrh a bush, a tree, whatever it is, a plant. We can share that. So at least we'll educate our listeners on both of those two essential oils. Now, you mentioned
Definitely.
the holidays workshop, and tell us a little bit more about that. When are your upcoming workshops on that topic?
We have a lot coming up this month, which
Yeah.
actually maybe we'll have to put that in the show notes too,
Okay.
without my planner right here in front of me. We have Gifts of the Magi. So it's
Right.
going to be really going over frankincense and myrrh.
Hmm.
Some of those other biblical oils in there too. We have that coming up. We have Oils of the Bible, which is the full extended one. And that's actually something too. So any listeners out there, if you're interested in this, we've done Bible studies before. We've actually gone into the churches and done full on workshops that way. A lot of what we do is on Zoom. It's online. That way everyone can
Okay.
participate or listen to the recording if technology works out well. And
Yes.
I actually have in the works, I have for a while, about beads of the Bible. So when we
Hmm.
talk about the woods and the stones and everything that they had in biblical times and still have today, making an actual aromatherapy bracelet, learning about and using those beads and stones as well. So that's
Okay.
something fun to keep an eye out for. Need to get that
Okay.
planned.
Very good. Now, see, now I am very intrigued for, say, Hanukkah, because that's the holiday that I celebrate. And our tradition is we light a candle for 8 days. And as the story goes, there was only enough oil for one day. And miracular, it was a miracle that the oil lasted for 8 days. And so I'm actually curious, was there essential oil a part of that oil that they were using to light the lamps? And now I'm really curious.
Well,
But
and definitely when we talk about the ancient oils, biblical times oils, it's not the essential oils that we would think of
of
today. The
course,
distilling process is way more
sure,
intense and
sure,
scientific that we have. But back then, a lot of the oils that they used, they would still infuse them. They
right,
would infuse them with, it would be like an aloe oil kind of thing,
okay,
and then infuse them with spices and herbs. And like if
sure,
you went to the fancy section of the grocery store and saw infused olive oil or whatever,
okay,
it'd be a similar thing. So
okay.
I'll have to do some research
Yeah,
and
so
studying
you
on
do
that
your
too.
research, I will do mine, and we'll see what we come up with on our
Yeah.
next episode. I
I
love it.
know we do have like Hanukkah diffuser blends. So that's always
Uh-huh.
a fun thing that we can
Okay.
always kind of for fun, a happy Hanukkah or Yeah, Festival of Lights blend, that kind of thing.
I love it. See, there you go. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners today about the holidays, the Christmas blends, the oils of the Bible, anything else? I mean, we're going to send people to your websites on your link tree and give them access to those links. But anything else special that you'd like to share with our audience before we head out?
We do have now, when we talk about using frankincense topically, internally, aromatically, they did just come out with this September. It's been a long time in the making,
Yeah.
but we have now actual capsules. They're dual
Okay.
chamber capsules. So you can get the frankincense essential oil and
Okay.
on part of the capsule, and then the boswellic acid from the
Okay.
frankincense on the other side. So that is huge. That is something new, never been done before. And
Okay.
we have a frankincense stick. So that's just
Okay.
kind of like a nice, I don't know, cream, I guess, a hardened cream that you can apply topically, which smells
Okay.
amazing. It's been incredible for skincare. I use that every night to help with sleep and to help restore skin. I
Mhm.
was very uncaring to my skin this summer and got a terrible, terrible skin burn or
Oh boy.
sunburn. So I
Yeah.
am definitely using my frankincense to try to repair the damage that I've done. But yeah, attend an Oils of the Bible class, Gifts of the Magi. And when we talk about these oils, I mean, they have been around since the beginning of time. If they were good enough for Jesus, they're good enough for me, right?
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today and to talk about frankincense and myrrh. And we'll get some photos up, including the pill and including the stick, and we'll share that in our show notes. And we'll also have the links to your link tree, so that folks can learn more about you and check out your social sites like Facebook and Instagram. Now, I don't see our furry friend. I said fuzzy. She's got to be there somewhere, right?
She is. Yep. We're talking about her. She's coming up here.
She knows.
Yeah,
Does she
she
feeling
is
better
not
today?
very far off. Here we
Okay.
go. Here's our baby girl.
There's our baby girl. All right.
And when we talk about doTERRA oils, obviously talking about furry friends, we can definitely use them with our animals, with dogs, cats, horses. It's just a matter of learning which ones and how to safely use them. But frankincense is another huge one that I use with Pixie Girl, my little Yorkie, all the time.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you again for spending time with us and sharing about your passion for essential oils, doTERRA, and they're really like you said, the king of oils, frankincense, and also sharing myrrh with us as well. So appreciate your time.
Thank you, Howard.
All right. Listen, we're going to do a quick close and you and I can have a final chat. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed today's episode with Sheila Kinsey, our own doTERRA wellness advocate and essential oil educator. And today we learned about the oils for the holidays. And as she had shared, the king of oils, which is frankincense. And I am very curious now about what does frankincense smell like. I think my roommate may have some. I've got to go down and check her drawer here and see what she has. But we learned a little bit about frankincense. We learned about myrrh, not only its uses, but also some of the cultivation, especially of frankincense. And also just a reminder, go out to Sheila's Linktree site. We'll have that in our show notes, and you'll be able to listen to or sign up to attend some of the great workshops that she is hosting, and especially this time of the year, the Gifts of the Magi workshop as well as oils of the Bible. Now, as for us, you can find this episode on our website, successinsidepodcast.com, or you can find us on our pages on LinkedIn and Facebook. The episode will also be up on YouTube. And of course, wherever you listen to your podcast, just search for Success Inside Podcast. And if you are on Spotify, we have the Mind, Body, and Soul playlist, which is where you will find this episode. Okay, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day. And we look forward to having you join us on a future episode of the Mind, Body, and Soul series on the Success Inside Podcast. Take care.